In this Tomtoc Wander-T26 Daily Sling 5.5 liter review, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this sling to decide if it's a sling for you. A beefy main compartment, an extremely weather resistant, see you're in sort of tech pouch mode, will compromise access. It's bulky. But if it's not the sling for you, I have other slings literally right down there. And I'm gonna show them to you as alternative recommendations, because my goal is just to help you find the best sling for your needs. But first, let's talk about this guy. Let's start off with a gist of the Tomtoc Wander-T26 Daily Sling 5.5 liter. Tomtoc is a Chinese company, and they are killing it in the Western world, especially in the carry community. Because in the carry community, we love amazing bags, but they have a tendency to be very expensive. And Tomtoc's coming in like a wrecking ball, making high quality products that are at a much more accessible price point. And they're really good. And this is one of their most popular slings. And it should be noted there are two versions of the Tomtoc Wander-T26 Daily Sling 5.5 liter. There's the X-pac versions, of which we have the black and coyote brown colorways, but there's also the regular version, which uses a different fabric, a 1680D ballistic nylon. Some of the bag's top features are, on our version, an extremely weather resistant X-pac material and PU-coated zippers, a quick access front compartment, a beefy main compartment with lots of storage and organization, a top handle, a hidden back pocket, and the ability to remove the shoulder straps, like so, transforming the Wander-T26 Daily Sling 5.5 liter from a sling to a tech pouch. As of recording, the bag comes in two color options, black or brown. The size is 5.5 liters, but it feels bigger because you can see it's kind of got like a bulkier silhouette. And I'll sort of explain that in more detail 2 sections from now. For dimensions, we're looking at 13 inches length, about 7 inches height, and a depth of around 4 inches. The weight of this sling is not specified on the Tomtoc website. Don't worry, we got your back. Our handy dandy scale shows just under 1.2 pounds. Because of its build out, the sling kind of looks the same whether it's empty or full. This is it when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8", and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on our media manager, Margaret, who's 5'2". But don't worry, we're gonna pack out the sling throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. Currently, Tomtoc products come with a 2-year warranty against manufacturing defects, but you have to register it to get the warranty, which I'm not a huge fan of. And for all that, this bag runs around 70 USD for the ballistic nylon version and around 90 USD for this version, X-pac. And if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, the Tomtoc Wander-T26 X-pac Daily Sling 5.5 liter is the bag of my dreams, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best darn bag reviews in the world. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about the outside of the Tomtoc sling, whose name I don't feel like pronouncing every 5 seconds. The aesthetic is very slingy. It's bulky. It's big. Like in contrast, I have the Bellroy 7 liter sling right here. And you can see this sling is technically bigger, or it's advertised to be bigger. I'm not at a point where we're actually measuring them ourselves yet. Maybe one day. But it's got a thinner profile and it can expand. It's like a big old football. And that's gonna give it, you know, a bulkier aesthetic and potentially a less comfortable feel when wearing it. And the X-pac gives it a look that's quite technical. And speaking of that, let's talk about X-pac. Because if you don't know, X-pac is the same material that sailboats use for their sailcloth. And that's why it's like such a big material in the carry community, because sailcloth is very durable and weather resistant, and people who are in the carry community like weather resistance and durability. And I can't blame them. I live in Hong Kong. I'm walking around my sling all the time, and it's nice to be caught in a rainstorm. It's literally like raining like crazy right now this week. And it's just nice to have that extra weather protection. But it does have an aesthetic that I'm not always a fan of, like these diamonds, lines cutting through it. Here's the black for a different perspective, different color. What about you? Do you like the look of X-pac? Me, not my favorite. I respect it, not my favorite, but I want to hear what you got to say. Let me know in the comments below what you think about X-pac. Tomtoc also recently introduced this guy, this adorable little T, as their new sort of logo and branding. Not too loud, not too subtle, kind of in between. Moving on the front, we got this little external attachment point. Great spot to clip a carabiner on, maybe clip a water bottle onto. But this thing is so big, you actually could put the water bottle on the inside. We'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Should be noted too, it's not all X-pac. On the bottom and the back, we're using 1680D ballistic nylon, which is what the other version of this sling is made with through and through. It's all 1680D ballistic nylon, which is a very abrasion resistant, tough, silky smooth, cool material. Notice too, here we have the top handle, a little bit of space to grab, nice nylon webbing, gets the job done. And then on either side, we got these guys right here, these compression buckles, which I don't completely understand. Because don't get me wrong, I guess they kind of work. Like this is fully compressed though, right? Like we didn't really take down much bulk. I mean, not compressed, fully compressed. I feel like you're pointless. You serve no purpose. But let's talk about the strap because it has multiple purposes. Nice nylon webbing. This is basically the same material that seatbelts use. And then we got the padded shoulder strap, and it's got a really nice padding to it. On the outside, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 external lash points. I'm sorry, 5, but this sort of branding right there for Tomtoc is sort of rendering this one. No, you can still clip. It's still clippable. You have not been rendered unclippable yet. So you can clip things onto these different attachment points. Then on the flip side, we got a nice silky material. Makes it a nice cozy feel. And then to ensure it's a nice fit on your body, you can adjust the shoulder strap. What's cool about this shoulder strap is it's movable. It can relocate. It's like a little nomad. Now, that nomadic lifestyle of his gets impended upon by this buckle, but you can sort of slide it under and then further adjust the shoulder strap based on, how you want it to be configured, which is a nice thing to have. Adds a little bit extra comfort. And then for those days where you're like, I don't want a sling, you can just pop these out, super easy. You saw how fast that was, right? These are clips from Duraflex. Duraflex makes some of the best hardware in the game. And then you can see you're in sort of tech pouch mode, right? So if you're traveling, you don't want to go in sling mode, you can use this as like a tech pouch, dop kit, or a packing cube. Slide it in your backpack. Nice little travel companion. That should handle the outside. Let's talk about the inside of the Tomtoc Wander-T26 X-pac Daily Sling 5.5 liter. Start with the front pocket. It's protected with this little front flap right there, right? Now that front flap has pros and cons. On the pro, it provides extra weather resistance, right? The rain will just go, it won't go, not, it goes. But on the con, you can see when you open it, it kind of inhibits access, right? It's sort of like, it takes its rain blocking job very seriously. So to get in there, you gotta kind of like do that, and then the zipper is a little, like, it's not the end of the world, but it will complicate the ease of access into this compartment. What sort of zipper are you, by the way? YKK? Appreciate it, Tomtoc. Best zippers in the world. And you can see when we're in, we have 1, 2 pockets and a key leash. Now what's cool about this front compartment is actually how big it is. I'm bringing out my 22-ounce Columbia water bottle because I feel like it'll fit. And it most certainly will. That's one great thing, recurring thing about this sling is its capacity. It can fit a lot. I think it's bigger than 5 liters, 5.5 liters, excuse me. And for reference, for any of you gamers out there, we got a Nintendo Switch with the case. Let's see if it can fit in that front pocket. It's a little tight. Oh yeah, absolutely. So a very versatile front pocket. Main compartment. This one is protected with PU-coated YKK zippers. I don't know if the ballistic nylon version also has PU-coated zippers. I do love these zipper pullers. Got this little knot tie at the end. Gives you a little extra leverage, right? Makes it easier to open and to close the compartment. But one thing to note with the build, you notice that sometimes it's just like a very long zipper way and you got this little edge right there. So as I was walking around with this, I kind of like sometimes had difficulty closing it. Sometimes you just got a 2-hand to close it. But you do have these little guys right here on either side, which again, just give you a bit of extra leverage, which makes it easier to kind of move these zippers around. And it should be noted, like the PU-coated zippers, they're great because they're weather resistant, but they're also contributing to that stickiness. PU-coated zippers, like they just kind of get stuck more so because of that coating. Pros and cons to everything. And the main compartment's pretty basic. We have this zippered mesh pocket right here. And then on the flip side, you got 1, 2 other mesh compartments and a little divider sleeve at the back. It is time to pack you out. Let's see what it can fit. So you can see, I got a bunch of EDC stuff here. I don't think it'll all fit. We're just trying to get an idea of different configurations and pack outs. Starting with the main compartment, I got a Kindle, goes in the back sleeve. You can probably fit an iPad in there, I'm not sure what size. In these 2 mesh pockets, I'm gonna throw a battery in one, B7 size notebook. This is the same size as a passport in the other. Big old zipper pocket here. Throw some meds, hero clip, AirPods, with the sunglasses in their case as well. And then for that main area, I mean, like we got a lot of space to play with. Like, can over-the-head headphones fit in there? Oh my goodness. Absolutely they can. Those are my Sony XM-H5s. Or if you want to put that Nintendo Switch in there, right, with the case, you can see, oh my God, you're a monster. Small umbrella. I'll put a moleskin notebook, close that for show. But notice, now that the main compartment is fully packed out, a little bit tighter of access into this front pocket. So you're not gonna fit that 22-ounce Columbia water bottle in there anymore. But good for smaller things. Key leash. The key leash is a little bit longer and leashier, so it gives you a little bit more access when you're opening and closing, or should I say locking and unlocking your door. I'm gonna throw my tape measure in there, my nicotine pouches to keep me off the vape. Zip it up. And you're like, Aaron, where does the wallet go? I'm gonna tell you exactly where the wallet goes. Hidden back pocket. No matter if you're traveling, you got a passport, you just got your wallet. This is always a perfect location for a flatter item that you also want to keep more secure by keeping it pressed against the bod. And you should know, if you're like digging all this nerdy bag stuff, then you gotta sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter as well. Yes, we have a YouTube channel and a newsletter because there's so many new bags coming out all the time and it's hard to keep up with. And all these bags are so freaking amazing and cool and new features and new materials. And I take it upon myself to be like your reporter in the field for what's happening in the carry community. So if you want all the newest bag releases and insider information and limited edition drops delivered conveniently to your inbox a couple times a month, be sure to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can find in the description below with this globe emoji right here. Now, on the last note, with the comfort of the very long named Tomtoc, this guy. It's very comfortable. The shoulder strap, well padded. The buckles give it like some motion as to where it's like whatever position it needs to be in, it gets there. It's a big it really is. And it's bulky, it's really bulky. And if you're like, is that gonna be one of the cons of this review? Well, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the overall pros and the overall cons of this Tomtoc sling. Pro number 1 is its impressive weather resistance. Pro number 2 is its kind of like mind-blowing capacity. And pro number 3 is the comfort of the shoulder strap. You can move it and the buckles move with you. It's a comfortable wear. But on the flip side, cons. While it's comfortable, it's bulky. They should have named it the Tomtoc football. It would have been very appropriate. American football, for clarification. Con number 2 is that lip in the front compartment will compromise access. And con number 3, these compression straps. I don't know why you're here. What do you do? Let me try again. Kind of, I guess, maybe. Nah, it's a con, I'm sticking to it. But if you're still here, you might be thinking to yourself, Aaron, you don't get it. Those compression straps, they're awesome. This sling, it's perfect. I'm getting the Tomtoc football. Just a reminder that if you are gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so with the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But if you're not quite sold, time for the reveal of my alternative slings. Alt sling recommendation number 1 is this guy right here, the Peak Design Sling. Great option for you if you're like, Aaron, it's bulky, the Tomtoc football, but it ain't bulky enough. And you want more protection, right? Because actually there's a decent amount of padding in that sling. It kind of gives it its shape. Peak Design's like, yo, we're taking padding to the next level. This sling is actually designed for photographers because DSLR photography gear is fragile. It needs to be protected. So if you want extra protection, whether it's cameras or whatever, and you want to learn more about the Peak Design Sling, take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. My second alternative recommendation is this guy right here, which is the Air Pro Sling. Great option for you if you want a sling that has a lot of capacity. I mean, this thing, not quite as much capacity as that, but like it keeps a slimmer profile while still giving you that capacity. The shoulder straps still can be removed, hidden back wallet pocket. It's got all the features. It's a fantastic sling. It's a lot more malleable too. And to learn more about it, we did a full review. You can find it in the description below. And my final sling is this guy, which we brought up earlier, the Bellroy sling. Great option for you if you're looking for something that's just not bulky, right? And that kind of has a really nice aesthetic. Bellroy makes like just beautiful gear and really nice slings. Like can fit a water bottle, expand impressively. The Bellroy sling is a staple in the carry community. And to learn why, just watch this video right here. If you have any questions about any of these slings or bags in general, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.